Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina inaugurates much-awaited Dhaka Elevated Expressway partially from airport to Farmgate. Dhaka Elevated Expressway, a new gift in communication system to people of capital, says Prime Minister. People will keep continuity of irresistible development of the country by winning over fear, says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina.
कोई भय देखिए कोनो लाभ नहीं भय के जय करे बांग्लादेশের জনগণ তার উন্নয়নের অগ্রযাত্রায় অপ্রতিরোধ্য গতিতে এগিয়ে যাবে
Bangladesh, not like Sierra Leone or Gabon, communication system of capital to get incredible speed once the entire project becomes operative, says analysts. Situations of Sierra Leone and Gabon. Awami League wants free, fair and acceptable election, says Obaidul Qadir. Situations of Sierra Leone and Gabon not to affect Bangladesh in any way, Obaidul Qadir. Dengue infection not in declining trend as another 21 people died in the last 24 hours. India successfully launches its first observation mission to the Sun just days after the country made history by becoming the first to land near the moon's south pole. And rain interrupts repeatedly in India-Pakistan high-voltage Asia Cup cricket match, winning target to be refixed for Pakistan. India scores 266. Assalamu alaikum. This is news at 10 on BTV and BTV World. I'm Mahmoud Rahman. Those were the headlines. Let's move on now to the details.
যতবার সংগ্রামে আমরা এগিয়ে গিয়েছি এই বাংলার মাটিতে একদল লোক সেই শোষকদের হাতে হিসাবে আমাদের উপর আক্রমণ চালিয়েছে বারবার আমরা এদের মোকাবেলা করেছি বারবার আমরা মার খেয়েছি চরম আঘাত এনেছি শেষে যে আঘাতে বাংলাদেশ আজ স্বাধীন সার্বভৌম রাষ্ট্র
Bangladesh has entered into the era of urban communication system as country's first ever and much awaited Dhaka Elevated Expressway's Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport Farmgate section has been inaugurated today. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina opened the 11.5-kilometre main part of the expressway's airport Farmgate section through unveiling the plaque at Kaula End near Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport this afternoon. Sheikh Rehana, the youngest daughter of the father of the nation, was present. Earlier, arriving at the Kaula end of the expressway, the Prime Minister paid toll of 25 vehicles of her motorcade as the first passenger. Later, Sheikh Hasina, along with her younger sister, travelled through the elevated expressway to Farmgate and arrived at the old trade fairground at Sher-e-Bangla Nagar, where she unveiled plaque of the Dhaka Elevated Expressway. Addressing the rally at the old trade fair ground, the Prime Minister has firmly mentioned that the people of the country will not care any threat and sanction from any quarter. She said the wheel of development will continue to march further ahead in an irresistible pace, winning over all the threats. Sheikh Hasina said the boat, symbol of her party, Awami League, has given independence and development of the country and digital Bangladesh to the people, and the boat will present smart Bangladesh in the days ahead. In this regard, the Prime Minister vowed to turn Bangladesh into a smart country by the year 2041 through establishing smart government, smart economy and smart society.
নৌকা মার্কা স্বাধীনতা দিয়েছে নৌকা মার্কা অর্থনৈতিক উন্নতি দিয়েছে নৌকা মার্কা ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ দিয়েছে নৌকা মার্কাই স্মার্ট বাংলাদেশ আমাদের দেবে আমি সকলকে এটাই বলবো যে আত্মবিশ্বাস রেখে জনগণের কল্যাণে কাজ করলে জনগণের ভাগ্য পরিবর্তন করা সম্ভব, আমরা তা প্রমাণ করেছি। যার জন্য রাজনৈতিক স্থিতিশীলতা দরকার। অগ্নিসন্ত্রাস, খুন, হত্যা অনেক কিছু আমরা দেখেছি, কিন্তু সেগুলি উত্তরণ ঘটিয়ে বাংলাদেশ ইনশাল্লাহ এগিয়ে যাবে। যোগাযোগ ব্যবস্থায় বিএনপি জামাত জোট ক্ষমতায় ছিল, আমাদের সড়ক মহাসড়ক কতটুকু ছিল? সড়ক মহাসড়ক ছিল মাত্র 15,151 কিলোমিটার। 2009 থেকে 23 আওয়ামী লীগ সরকারে আসার পর আজকে আমাদের এই যোগাযোগ সড়ক মহাসড়ক 1,22,552 কিলোমিটারে উন্নীত হয়েছে। এটা আমরা সফলভাবে করতে পেরেছি। একই দিনে শত সেতু, শত সড়ক আর কেউ উদ্বোধন করতে পারে নাই। পদ্মা সেতু নিজস্ব অর্থায়নে আমরা নির্মাণ করে বিশ্বকে দেখিয়ে দিয়েছি। বাংলাদেশকে জাতির পিতা বলে গিয়েছিলেন, কেউ দাবায় রাখতে পারবে না, কেউ দাবায় রাখতে পারে নাই। আমরা সেটা প্রমাণ করে দিয়েছি। মাঝে মাঝে জানি আন্দোলন সংগ্রাম দেখে অনেকেই একটু ঘাবড়ে যান, তারপর আবার স্যাংশন আসে, ভিসা স্যাংশন ইত্যাদি ইত্যাদি। আমার স্পষ্ট কথা, এই মাটি আমাদের, আমরা দেশ স্বাধীন করেছি জাতির পিতার নেতৃত্বে। এই সমস্ত ভয় দেখিয়ে লাভ নেই। বাংলাদেশের মানুষ জানে অধিকার আদায় করতে। তাই আজকে যারা আন্দোলনের নামে রোজই ক্ষমতা থেকে আমাদের ফেলে দিচ্ছে, আমি আপনাদেরকে বলতে চাই, যারা এখানে উপস্থিত সকলকে আমি বলবো, সেটা আমি কবির ভাষায় বলবো, মেঘ দেখে করিস নে ভয়, আড়ালে তার সূর্য হাসে, হারা শশীর হারা হাসি অন্ধকারে ফিরে আসে। মেঘের ঘনঘটা আমরা দেখি, আবার তারপর তো সূর্য ওঠে। কাজে ওই ভয় দেখিয়ে কোনো লাভ নেই। ভয়কে জয় করে বাংলাদেশের জনগণ তার উন্নয়নের অগ্রযাত্রায় অপ্রতিরোধ্য গতিতে এগিয়ে যাবে।
Meanwhile, addressing the meeting, Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir has said BNP carries the flag of mourning, while Awami League carries the victorious one. He called on all to keep the victorious flag raised in the upcoming election too.
একটু ওয়েট করেন, মেট্রো রেল আসতেছে, চট্টগ্রাম কক্সবাজার রেল আসতেছে, পদ্মা সেতুর উপর দিয়ে মাওয়া ভাঙ্গা ট্রেন লাইন আসতেছে। ওয়েট করেন, আরো আছে রূপপুর পারমাণবিক কেন্দ্র, মাতার বাড়ি প্রজেক্ট আসতেছে, পায়রা, আকাশে তো হয়েছে জয়, মহাকাশ, বঙ্গবন্ধু স্যাটেলাইট। বাংলাদেশের মানুষ বিএনপির কাছে কি পেল? একেবারে অসনিম্ন, আর কিছুই পায়নি। ওদের হাতে শোকের পতাকা, এখন শোক মিছিলে নামছে। আমাদের হাতে থাকবে বঙ্গবন্ধু রেখে যাওয়া বাংলাদেশের স্বাধীনতার বিজয়ের পতাকা হাতে। শেখ হাসিনার নেতৃত্বে আমরা আগামী নির্বাচনে এগিয়ে যাব বিজয়ের সোনালী বন্দরে।
Awami League General Secretary expressed his frustration as visa policy was not imposed on anyone of BNP as the party is interrupting holding fair elections. He said situations of Sierra Leone and Gabon will not affect Bangladesh in any way.
সিয়েরা লিওন যা করলো সেই কুকর মতো তোমরা করেছো। ক্ষমতায় থাকতে 15ই ফেব্রুয়ারি 1,23,00,000 ভুয়া ভোটার তোমরাই মাগুরা ইলেকশন করেছো, তোমরাই সেই জালিয়াতি নির্বাচন করেছো। নিষেধাজ্ঞা, তোমরা এখন নির্বাচন তারা চায় সুষ্ঠু, অবাধ এই নির্বাচনে যারা বাধা দেবে তাদের বিরুদ্ধে ভিসা নীতি কেন আসবে না, তাদের বিরুদ্ধে নিষেধাজ্ঞা কেন আসবে না? তারাই তো অপরাধী। আমরা তো নির্বাচন চাই, আমরা ফ্রি, ফেয়ার এন্ড ক্রেডিবল ইলেকশন চাই।
Home Minister Asal Zaman Khan, Secretary of Bridges Division Mohammad Manjur Hussain, and representative from the investor company of Dhaka Elevated Expressway Lee Guangjin also addressed the meeting, among others. The first elevated expressway of the country, formally inaugurated today, will gear up speed of vehicles on Airport Road. 11.5 kilometers long section from Kaula of Airport to Farmgate has been launched as the first part of the project. Vehicles will need only 10 to 12 minutes to travel the distance, which now takes more than an hour or even more in heavy traffic. Vehicles travelling from Uttara to Farmgate can travel on the elevated expressway from Kaula of Airport, Pragati Sharoni and Army Golf Club, and exit the expressway at Bonani, Mohakhali and beside Indira Road of Farmgate. Vehicles travelling from south to north can travel on the expressway from north and south lane of Bijoy Sharoni overpass and in front of Bonani railway station. Vehicles can exit the expressway at Mohakhali, Bonani, Kuril, Bisha Road and in front of the third terminal of airport. No 2 or 3 wheelers are allowed on the expressway. Vehicles need to pay toll to use the elevated expressway. Toll rates have been fixed at 80 taka for cars, taxi, jeep, SUV, microbus and light trucks. 320 taka for medium trucks with 6 wheels, 400 taka for big trucks with more than 6 wheels and 160 taka for buses. There are no signs of improvement in the dengue situation across the country, as over 2,000 have been infected and 21 died during the last 24 hours. A press release of the Directorate General of Health Services said among the dead, 17 were in Dhaka and 4 were outside Dhaka. 2,352 dengue patients were admitted to different hospitals across the country during the last 24 hours. Among them, 982 dengue patients were hospitalized in Dhaka city and 1,370 patients outside Dhaka. Meanwhile, no patient died of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. The country reported 9 COVID-19 positive tests as 796 tested in the last 24 hours. Corona infection rate was reported at 1.13%. On now to international news. Launched its first observation mission to the sun just days after the country made history by becoming the first to land near the moon's south pole. Aditya L1 lifted off from the launch pad at Sriharikota on Saturday at 11:50 India time. It will travel 1.5 million kilometers from Earth, which is 1% of the Earth-Sun distance. India's space agency says it will take 4 months to travel that far. And L1 stands for Lagrange Point 1, the exact place between Sun and Earth where the India spacecraft is heading. North Korea has fired several cruise missiles towards the sea off the west coast of the Korean peninsula, South Korea's military said. The launches early on Saturday morning follow just days after North Korea launched 2 ballistic missiles into waters off its east coast in what it described as a simulated nuclear strike on targets in South Korea. The Joint Chiefs said that South Korea's military was monitoring the situation, according to South Korea's Yonhap news agency. Singaporeans have chosen Tharman Shanmugaratnam as their next president. On Friday, the former top minister won a record 70.4% of the votes, comfortably beating 2 other candidates in the country's first contested presidential election in more than a decade. Mr. Tharman was always the clear frontrunner. Urbane, well-spoken and intelligent, he is highly regarded by Singaporeans and consistently polls as one of the island's most popular politicians. Now some other international news in brief. A road accident in northern Iraq has killed at least 16 people, mostly Shia Iranian pilgrims, as millions of people converge on the holy city of Karbala for Arba'in, one of the world's biggest religious gatherings.
Circumstances of the crash, but said most of the dead were visitors from Iran. Were taken to hospitals. As per reports, too many buses.
Officers in South Africa killed 18 suspected robbers during a shootout in Limpopo province. The suspects were believed to be planning a cash truck heist and were responsible for similar crimes in other provinces.
And the suspects opened fire, which they returned, according to local police.
Moscow has put into service an advanced intercontinental ballistic missile that Russian President Vladimir Putin has said would make Russia's enemies think twice about their threats, as Sarmat missiles have assumed combat duty.
What exactly is this weapon? So let's take a look. The intercontinental ballistic missiles will provide Moscow an
Traders across
Thousands of Pakistan traders have shuttered their shops, striking over soaring energy and fuel bills, stirring widespread discontent ahead of national elections.
Steep power bill hikes, with people taking to the streets in recent days. The power regulator raised the
Canada will change how it counts non-permanent residents, the main statistics agency, Statistics Canada, said. This comes after an economist said the current methodology may have overlooked about 1 million foreign students, workers and others. The life standards of 2,101 homeless and landless families in Jhalokati district have changed drastically due to homes with 2 decimals of land as gift from Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. These homes were handed over in 4 phases. On August 9th this year, the Prime Minister declared Jhalokati district with no landless people by giving homes with 2 decimals of land among 187 families in Shodor Upazila. Safia Begum is one of them. She used to live in a slum. The home with 2 decimals of land has changed her life. Rohim Mia is another person who got home as gift from the Prime Minister. Jhalokati Shodor Upazila's UNO, Sabiko Nahar, has said all facilities, including drinking water and electricity, are being ensured for these gifted homes. Deputy Commissioner of Jhalokati District, Farah Gul Nichum, has said those who are received homes with land are being trained so that they could be self-reliant economically. Many people are now busy with farming, raising livestock and running shops on the land they received as gift from Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Now weather. The Met Office, in its weather forecast till 6 p.m. tomorrow, said light to moderate rain or thunder showers accompanied by temporary gusty wind is likely to occur at most places over Dhaka, Rajshahi, Mymensingh, Khulna, Chattogram and Sylhet divisions, and at many places over Rangpur and Borishal divisions. Besides, moderately heavy to heavy falls are likely at places over the country. The day and night temperature may fall slightly over the country, said the Met Office. On now to sports news. Thousands of cricket lovers' eyes are probably on the screen of television now, but unfortunately they have been disappointed as rain interrupts India-Pakistan high-voltage cricket match of the Asia Cup. Earlier in their innings, India set a victory target of 267 for their arch-rivals Pakistan in the Asia Cup cricket at Pallekele in Sri Lanka. The audience in the stadium or outside of the stadium got a bitter taste of rain during the match. The match stopped at the first innings due to rain. At the beginning, India won the toss and decided to bat first. They were all out for 266 in 48 overs and 5 balls. Hardik Pandya scored 87 and Ishan Kishan scored 82 runs for India. Shaheen Shah Afridi bagged 4 wickets, while Nasim Shah and Haris Rauf took 3 wickets each for Pakistan. To end the bulletin, here again are the main points. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina inaugurates much-awaited Dhaka Elevated Expressway partially from airport to Farmgate. Dhaka Elevated Expressway, a new gift to communication system to people of capital, says Prime Minister. People will keep continuity of irresistible development of the country by winning fear, says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Bangladesh not like as Sierra Leone or Gabon. Communication system of capital to get incredible speed once the entire project becomes operative, says analysts. Situations of Sierra Leone and Gabon. Awami League wants free, fair and acceptable election, says Obaidul Qadir. Situations of Sierra Leone and Gabon not to affect Bangladesh in any way. Obaidul Qadir. Dengue infection not in declining trend as another 21 people died in last 24 hours. India successfully launches its first observation mission to the Sun just days after the country made history by becoming the first to land near the Moon's south pole. And rain interrupts repeatedly in India-Pakistan high-voltage Asia Cup cricket match, winning target to be refixed for Pakistan. India scores 266. That's it from the newsroom for now. Thank you for being with us. If you can, please do join us for our 11:30 bulletin in Bangla. Until then, keep your homesteads clean and be safe from dengue. Khuda Hafiz.